for us. Look.
It just goes to show you, Susan, even the real estate agents in Maine are more human than those back in the city.
And look at the old sampler. It looks handmade.
I thought all samplers were handmade. Looks like very fine stitchwork.
I'll bet it's authentic.
Why not? I'll bet one of these old biddies around here did it. That's a little cornball for us, don't you think?
Oh, I like it. It's very right for this house.
All right, leave it there. You love Maine for its old houses, and I love it because it's vacation land. I happen to be right, of course, because it says so right on the license plates.
Well, we've got a whole month for you to vacation land yourself right into the hospital again.
If you haven't spent all our money the first week on antiques.
Well, at least we could agree on buying this house. Our little refuge from the two-career family.
An investment, Susan. An investment. This sort of charming second home is going to double in price in 5 to 10 years.
Owen, you're not already thinking of selling it, are you? I mean, if you are, I'm not going to plug in the toaster.
Susan, a man who creates financial packages has to think of these things.
Owen, the things you ought to think about are the present owners of this house, not the future owners. You should think about what we refer to down at the agency as consumer benefits. Speaking of which, it's considerably cooler over here by the sampler.
Maybe the agent also put in air conditioning.
No, I mean it. I just got a chill standing over here.
It gets chilly on an August evening in Maine.
It may be August where you're standing, but it's November over here.
You've just been sitting in the car too long. We need to get your blood circulating. Why don't we open a bottle of something to celebrate our taking residence officially?
I could use it. This cold air over here is giving me the shakes.
We'll light a fire in the fireplace.
Talking of cold air, and that could also mean, Owen, I know this is not the time to talk about this, but you don't suppose this old house is inhabited, do you?
Inhabited?
You know, doors squeaking,
Footsteps on the stairs.
voices in the cellar.
It's inhabited now, my dear. By two fugitives from Yuppiedom who are about to celebrate that fact.
No, I don't mean us. I mean, you don't suppose this old house is inhabited by spirits, do you?
Susan, there's not a ghost of a chance.
I wonder if you could put that another way.
So, here's to our brand new old house. Long may it stand.
And until such time as we choose to add to our numbers, may we be its only occupants.
Susan, we are alone. Get the idea of spirits out of your mind.
How can you be sure?
I personally guarantee it. As your husband and protector.
Well, I'm beginning to feel better. Either from being protected or from consuming this wine before it's time.
So, let's unpack the kitchen.
Right, that's the spirit. Oh, sorry.
Susan, I'm telling you, there's not a chance of a ghost from your mind and farthermost. With technology's advance, under no circumstance could there even be a chance of a ghost. There's not a sign of a spook. You wouldn't run into one on a fluke. key to the footlocker. The key on the leather thong.
What makes you think I would know where the key to the footlocker is?
You were the one who locked it. I merely sat on it.
Oh. What was I wearing when I locked it?
Your bathrobe. It was before you took your shower.
All right, hold your horses. Robe. Where did I pack my robe? Did I forget to pack it?
Have you found it?
Give me time, I have to think.
All right, I'll unpack something else first.
Fine. You don't suppose I packed it in the footlocker? Ah, a narrow escape. No key. Maybe it fell on the floor when I hung up the robe. I mean, how hard can it be to find a key on the leather thong? Aha! One leather thong. Come to Mama. Uh-oh. That was not one leather thong. That was one lamp cord I just pulled out. Now, where does it go? Oh, here it is. Don't give yourself a shock, Suzanne. There. Oh, now, what was I doing? Oh, yes, the footlocker key. It's got to be in one of these pockets. Whoa! You can see me! Of course I can see you! Why do you think I jumped? The fact that you can see me is a good sign. I'm going to call my husband. Go ahead if you like, but I don't think you will. He's right downstairs. You can see me only because you prefer to see me. I prefer to see you? You're obviously intrigued with the possibility of spirits in the house. I'm concerned about it. Also intrigued. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation. And you are a spirit. A ghost, an apparition, a specter, if you like. You sure don't look like a ghost. What does a ghost look like? Horrible. If you'll pardon me for saying it. Well, sometimes my husband says I look horrible. Your husband? Is he also a ghost? Oh, yes. A kindred spirit. We're very close. You mean he's here too? Oh, yes. He's the gardener in the family, and very proud of his current crop. I noticed the garden from the kitchen window. I thought the agent did that too. Oh, no. It was Clifford. What do you mean by that, too? The house is all fixed up. When we bought it, contents and all, we bought it as is. It had been unoccupied for years, and, you know, Maine winters and all that. And you thought the real estate agent did all that? Well, yes. How long have you been in Maine? This is our 5th summer. We always rented before. Now that we own the house, we can come up here weekends during the off-season. You like the house, then? Everything about it. Clifford and I had it built for us in 1886. Really? We only got to live in it for a short while. I knew there had to be something tragic about a spirit. The only thing tragic about us was when we lived. In those days, you considered yourself lucky if you lived to the ripe old age of 40. And you didn't beat the average. No. And when Clifford and I heard that people today were living into their 70s, we got a little upset. I tell you, he felt cheated. I can see how you would. So we arranged to come back to our house for another 30 years. How did you arrange that? Well, we badgered the authorities until they agreed. You have authorities where you work? Oh, yes. And they're very humane. Even more so than Maine real estate agents. Well, so you two fixed this place up. We just finished today. And I just hope you people aren't planning any big changes. I'm certainly not. However, I can't speak for Owen. He looks at Maine as Club Med. I should warn you, Clifford does not take very well to changes. And should something happen to his garden... Are you suggesting he might resort to pranks? You know, poltergeist stuff?
Or worse. However, I'd like to see us take a crack at getting along.
I think you and I could get along.
I think we could. After all, we have a common interest.
Protect the present, preserve the past. That's what this house does. And so we'll always try to keep it just as it
Jenny, I can't believe what you're saying. We bend every effort trying to get permission for our extra 30 years here. We put our backs into fixing the old place up. And now you want us to let this couple come in and take it away just because they own it?
I said share it with them, Clifford. Sharon is not letting them take it away.
Jenny, all we do now is follow them around and put everything they touch back where it belongs. You want to do that for 30 years?
Clifford, I had a talk with Mrs. Stockton.
A talk?
Yes, she's an intelligent, reasonable woman.
Who now knows we're here.
Yes.
May I remind you, my dear, that you stayed my hand when I was about to deck Mr. Stockton for calling you an old biddy.
You were very chivalrous.
You stopped me so I wouldn't reveal our presence to them.
It wasn't the right time.
Oh, I see. You're the right time decider around this establishment.
I wanted to size these people up a little, Clifford, to see if we couldn't all live together peacefully. Isn't peace and quiet what we want?
I didn't count on taking in boarders.
In this case, I believe we're taking in owners.
But they'll want to change everything.
They will not want to change everything.
Ha!
Mrs. Stockton loves the place just as it is. She said so. We've already got 50% of the votes.
Oh, she'll change things. It's just a matter of time.
No, she won't, Clifford. And she's our only chance to avoid an all-out battle.
The battle is inevitable. So we should fire the first shot.
And then lose the battle. Sure, we might harass them into leaving. But we might also drive them into bringing in a priest.
That sturdy pool.
And the next thing you know, we're evicted.
With 29 years left on our lease. You think they know any priests?
We can't take that chance. The only way out is getting along.
With them?
It's all a matter of the right attitude.
Throwing them out, bag and baggage, is not the right attitude?
Not quite. Just soften that a little. Be patient with them. Be slow to condemn. After all, they're only human. Lend them a hand and understand.
After all, they're only human. So what if
scotch and water.
You're thirsty, I take it.
Oh, thank heavens. Civilization. I claim sanctuary.
What happened? Did you get lost in the woods?
Lost in a desert, my generous friend. A local desert named Camp Cacophony.
The music camp down the road?
That Camp Cacophony. I think it's an Indian name. I had the catastrophic misfortune to be its director.
You sound desperate.
I want to defect. I want to return to civilization where I can smoke, sip a scotch, and hear Handel played in tune.
You look like you've been through a lot today.
Not half as much as Mozart's been through, Dad.
That bad, huh? By the way, I'm Owen Stockton.
Forgive me, Dimitri Compost. In the winter, I teach at the Astringent School of Music.
Oh, yes, Astringent, in the city. We live there too. This is our summer home, which we've just bought.
You play tennis, I take it.
Whenever we have the time to run over to Tennis Elbow.
You must come and play on our course.
The ones for your campers?
They're all in class until lunchtime. There's no one on the courts all morning.
We'd like that very much. That's very nice of you.
I mean, what are neighbors for?
Listen, maybe I'll have a scotch myself. Are your courts clay?
Oh yes, ready for championship play, if you don't mind.
You are the first neighbor who's dropped by. I guess we're a little off the beaten track.
It's so peaceful here, and yet all it does is underscore the vastness of my present wretched state. It sounded so peaceful. It sounded like a dream come true here, until these small people attacked my camp, and what did they do here? There's Bach in my birches, Chopin in my pines, Schubert sitting on tree trunks, hiding, hanging from vines, each on its own, taken alone, gives no cause for alarm, but mix them together, and I'm off to the funny farm. In May it was peaceful, a woods and a clear blue lake here. Then these little people descended on me, and what did they make here? There's Bach in my birches, Elgar in my oaks, in my meadow is Mahler, in my ferns a foray folks, and someday they will play under my baton as soon as I get Rimsky-Korsakov out of the jar. In my neighborhood there's Rachmaninoff, mixed with Telemann on and off, where my waters flow and Debussy links up played with the Debussy. The horn should use an alias, doing Bernstein with Sibelius. By the pond I'm in for more shock, they do Gershwin with the Vorschach. It could be so peaceful, just blended voices of the campfire, if I could take those instruments and make with them one big campfire. No Bach in my birches, no creek in my elm, no Strauss in my poplars, I'm back at the helm. Nobody said
could mean a lot to you.
In more ways than one, Mr. Stockton. I wonder if you would mind my asking a small favor of you. I have a very talented pupil who finds it difficult to concentrate on our music lessons together with all the other practicing going on. I wonder if I might, I hope I don't sound like I'm imposing, I wonder if you might have a quiet room somewhere where I can occasionally give my pupil a lesson without distractions. I'd be happy to pay a small rental.
I don't see any problem. Let me clear it with the chairman of the board. Susan, could you come into the den for a minute, please? I can't see why we couldn't do this. Susan, this is Professor Compost from the music camp down by the lake.
How do you do, Professor?
A warm welcome I have already received. Now verges on the inspiring.
Oh, how musical.
The professor needs a little help from us.
Yes, Mrs. Stockton. I have this very talented, also very sensitive pupil.
Who's distracted by the noise of the other students practicing.
So that our lessons together are not productive.
The professor would like to give an occasional quiet lesson to his pupil. Here.
Here?
Sure. How about the front parlor?
Well, it's possible, I suppose. Professor, I haven't had a chance to do anything with that room. We've only been here a few days.
Does it have 2 chairs?
Oh, there's furniture in there.
Well, I'll bring a music stand, so we're in business, if you agree. I'd be happy to pay a small rental, of course.
I don't think that'll be necessary. The professor has invited us to play on the camp's tennis courts.
That sounds nice. When do you think you'd like to give these lessons here?
Mondays at 2 p.m.?
Monday. That gives me the weekend. Well, I suppose it's all right.
Fine. When can we start on the tennis courts?
Any morning is fine. The students are in class until lunchtime.
Great. And we'll see you on Monday.
At 2, complete with music stand and pupil.
See you then, Professor.
Mrs. Stockton, you have sent my spirits from Lento to Valachi.
Is that good?
That's good. You don't have to know music to know that.
Susan, isn't this a stroke of luck? Now we won't have to put in a tennis court right away.
We were going to put in a tennis court?
You didn't think we were going to trek all the way over to Tennis Elbow every time we wanted to play a set, did you?
Oh, and putting in a tennis court would cost us a lot of trees.
No, it wouldn't. The court would fit perfectly right where the garden is.
Oh, no. Oh, no, not the garden. We can't touch the garden.
Susan, there are a dozen farm markets in the area. We can buy all the vegetables we eat for $10 a week.
We can buy all the vegetables you eat for 10 cents a week.
What do you mean? I eat French fries.
I won't let you do anything to the garden. I've grown very fond of it.
Boy, it doesn't take you long to put down roots here, does it? 3 days of ownership, and you're throwing your body in front of the bulldozer.
Well, I suppose I am being a little melodramatic when the problem doesn't exist at the moment. We do have tennis courts at our disposal.
So, you've got your garden,
Good.
for the moment.
For 30 years.
Did you say 30 years?
Oh, I guess I did.
How did you arrive at that figure?
Oh, well, it takes a long time for asparagus to take hold.
I suppose it does.
Why does it seem like I've been down this road before? Again. again. It seems I've got myself in quite a spot because of how I feel. Whichever side I choose, I stand to lose. It's unreal. I've made my share of sales. I fought to save the whales and to protect the seal, but putting this across puts me at a loss. It's unreal. Can people only see what they will choose to see? Can we choose to be legally blind? Is there a censor at the eye who can refuse to see something that might challenge the mind? An extraordinary sight is looked upon with fright. It tips the even keel. We label as taboo something strange and new. It's not something with which we can deal. It's Thanks for your help. I didn't have this in mind when I suggested we meet in the kitchen for another talk.
Oh, I'm glad to keep busy.
This is one thing I do where I'm sure Owen will not interrupt me.
You had some urgency in your voice.
We had a near miss I wanted you to know about.
A near miss?
Owen was going right ahead with plans for a tennis court right where the garden is.
Now I see why the urgency.
If we hadn't met that music camp professor totally by chance, Owen would have had the garden under 3 inches of clay by next week.
Music professor?
His camp has tennis courts. He invited us to use them.
So now Owen doesn't have to build his own.
Not at the moment. Of course, part of the deal is that the professor can bring a pupil up here for lessons, and I have to do some extra cleaning I wasn't planning on.
The woman always pays.
But at least we've avoided confrontation.
For the present. I'll bet you didn't think trying to get along with spirits would get to be so strenuous.
It's not dull, I'll tell you that.
Well, you have certainly livened up the old place for me.
I must have masochistic tendencies. I'm actually enjoying myself.
Me too. People get all upset when they think of spirits. People get all head up till their tongues are tied. People make up their minds in regard to spirits before they know what we're like inside. We're not so bad when you get to know us. When we appear, it is not the end. You could be glad if you land
And he thinks Owen and I are the worst thing to hit Maine since budworms.
Well, give him time. After all, he's never even talked to a living person.
Exactly my point. People seem frightening to another species. People look menacing and as cold as ice. Anything strange to us, we may treat like feces until we've seen it more than once or twice. We're not so bad when you get to know us. When you forget, we recall the pain. Or there are times when human beings can be nearly, practically, almost humane.
I guess you're right. We wouldn't be in this predicament if Clifford weren't so unreasonable.
Clifford unreasonable? What about Owen unreasonable? That's what his name should be. Owen unreasonable.
Yes, but Clifford is too inflexible about that gap.
And Owen refuses to see Maine as more than a cruise ship.
I try to reason with Clifford, but after I'm all through, I find out he hasn't been listening to me.
It's even worse when I talk to Owen. From word one, I know he's not listening to me.
You know, I think we may have more in common in this house.
I think you're right.
Now take my man, please. He just wants to be male in all he says, in all that he may do.
If he's like mine, he knows you're a female. He knows what you are, but not who. We're not so bad when you get to know us. For there are times we make you bad. You do us wrong, but it doesn't wrong us. For you will find that womankind is not so. We're not so bad. I hope this will be satisfactory, Dr. Compost. I didn't have time to do much with it.
It's positively magical, Mrs. Duffy. This room speaks to the musical soul as if the muse were a permanent residence.
Well, it's clean, I can vouch for that.
My profound thanks. Lenore, Lenore, come in here, dear. Time for a lesson.
Hello, Lenore. I hope you'll be comfortable. Oh, yes, yes. It's very nice. Fine. I'll be in the kitchen if you need anything.
Your absence will cast its pall, even on this Garden of Eden, Mrs. Stockton. But we shall struggle on despite our loss.
Professor, why do I hear violins already when the lesson has yet to begin?
A very artistic exit, Mrs. Stockton.
But an exit, all the same, Professor.
Oh, no, no. disappoint me. Look at these evocative surroundings.
It's the love seat that's been boggling my mind.
A most suitable place of repose for a tryst.
We had more room in the back of your Yugo.
I cannot tell you how ardent this lush Victoriana makes me feel.
Dimitri, we're supposed to be here for a music lesson. If Mrs. Stockton doesn't hear music, she will think something is wrong.
So, my love, we shall make music while we're making music.
How do you see us managing that?
My dear, love will find a way.
Well, love will have to find it while I'm playing.
Is that a lark taking wing on a darkening night? No, it's my soul taking flight. Is that a starling intoning a darling tune? No, it's my heart playing at the moon. Is that the soulful song of a nightingale or a finch with a foolish fairy tale?
Lenore, you know what it does to me when you sing.
Is that a look I hear mourning the parting day? No, it is you who sing, echoing from
Lenore, are you trying to tell me that all we're going to have for our music lesson is a music lesson?
No, I'm simply saying that whatever else happens in this room, Mrs. Stockton is going to hear music coming from it.
Yes, but what about a normal pause for instruction?
Fine, but we're not going to do a full performance of Romeo and Juliet in a normal pause for instruction.
Is this a lark where two hearts beat a single sound? No, it's a squawk bolted to the ground. Is this a starling intoning a melody? No, it's a pigeon hovering over me into our wildest dreams. We've been thrust, but it's a fizzle, it's a washout, it's a bust. Is that a lark I hear mourning the parting day? No, it is you who sing, echoing from Is this a lark? Is this a It's not a lark.
the garden. I thought you said the tennis court was a dead issue.
It is a dead issue, at least for now.
I suppose that's what Mrs. Stockton told you?
Right from the huss's mouth.
Right from the mayor's mouth. It's the stallion I'm worried about. Nobody knows what he'll do, including the mayor.
Clifford, they don't need a tennis court. They can use the ones at the music camp any morning they want.
Well, that Stockton will come up with something. He won't be satisfied until he's paved over the Maine woods.
Mrs. Stockton will come through for us.
But just in case Mrs. Stockton doesn't come through for us, I have a little contingency plan ready.
Clifford, I thought we agreed. No violence.
I wouldn't think of it.
But you're obviously going to try to drive Mr. Stockton out.
Not drive him out, rather convince him he'd rather not stay.
And how are you going to convince him? As a ghost, you're not all that overwhelming, you know.
Oh, but I have a powerful ally.
Ally?
The human mind.
Let's go back to powerful ally.
The human mind, Jenny. I can't scare him away as plain old Clifford the Ghost, so I'm going to impersonate the terrifying monsters he thinks ghosts are.
The monsters that are just in his mind?
You got it, Jenny.
Shame on you for doing this. I can't believe my ears. You, of all people, exploiting people's fears. It's shooting fish in a barrel like a wolf in sheep's apparel. Mr. Wolf, you can leave my fears alone.
Jenny, it's a newfangled idea. Today, everybody does it to everybody else.
Oh, come now, Clifford.
Certainly they do. Don't you think it's sort of strange that styles each year must make a change? All your hopes will come down crashing if you're caught in last year's fashion. Shooting fish in a barrel like a wolf in sheep's apparel.
Mr. Wolf, you can leave my fears alone.
Look around you, Jenny. There are whole new industries today that couldn't exist without exploiting people's fears.
Like what?
Have you been spending the day worrying about your breath?
Can't say that I have.
Watch what you say. A few careless words like that can throw whole cities out of work.
But arousing people's private fears. How can you stoop so low?
Oh, it's easy when everybody else is stooping. Men buy products that they sell to make them smell like a man should smell. We want to impress as any man would. Excuse me while I go splash on some manhood.
Shooting fish in a barrel like a wolf in sheep's apparel. Mr. Wolf, you can leave my fears alone. Clifford, I want you to give up this idea right this minute. It's inhuman.
And it'll work.
I want you to put this out of your mind.
Jenny, I am not going to stand idly by and let this man destroy our home.
I can see right now there's no sense talking to you.
My mind's made up, Jenny.
Well then, for heaven's sakes, if you must do something, then play some tricks with a hot water heater. With a loose board on the porch. Leave the heavy stuff alone.
Lord knows, Jenny, I try to do what pleases you. But if this bird tries to change this fine old house into a horror show, I'm going to treat him to one.
What's a horror show?
Wake up, Jenny. It's something you'll watch that makes you feel very uncomfortable.
Like you eating.
No, people pay good money for this. To watch these movies, people must experience shock, dismay, disgust. They don't know what all that pain meant. They just think it's entertainment. Shooting fish in a barrel like a wolf in sheep's apparel.
Mr. Wolf, I don't mean me.
like this. Jenny, when are you going to call me Susan?
Oh my. In my day, one didn't get around to first names for 6 months.
Well, since this is my day now, why don't you just call me Susan?
Well, all right.
Susan, that's better.
Mrs. Stockton, I'm afraid we have some bad news.
This is going to be harder than I thought.
Mrs. Stockton, are you aware that someone has driven stakes in the ground all around outside of the garden?
No, I'm not.
I don't think they're there to support the snow peas.
I see what you mean.
Mrs. Stockton, are you sure Mr. Stockton is not going ahead with that tennis court?
I'm sure he's not. We're perfectly happy with our arrangement with the camp.
Those stakes were put in within the last couple of days.
And they're making Clifford very nervous about his garden.
So I see.
And when Clifford gets nervous about his garden, he tends to get...
Charged up!
Well, Clifford, you can just relax. You can count on old Susan here. I'll see to it that there's no tennis court.
Thank you very much,
Susan.
Ah, Mrs. Stockton, may I intrude on your peaceful solitude to extend my thanks for the use of the parlor the past hour?
Come right in, Professor. I was just finishing up the lunch dishes.
Your hospitality is matched only by the sunlight that shines from your presence. Lenore?
I'd like to thank you, Mrs. Stockton.
So, how did the lesson go?
Well,
Though the setting was paradise itself, a vision of Elysian fields, the highest dreams of Endymion.
Not well, huh?
well,
Though the setting was inspired and impeccable, I'm afraid our little Lenore had some difficulty adapting to her new surroundings.
I suppose complete quiet could come as a shock after what you've been through, Lenore.
well,
How intuitive, Mrs. Stockton. Right on the nose. It would seem that Lenore needs a little break-in period to get used to these ideal circumstances. And to that end, would I be considered unmannerly were I to ask if we might return again on Wednesday for another trial run
Dimitri, I have no
of
intention of...
imposing on Mrs. Stockton's generous nature?
It's fine with me. The cleaning's done.
Thank you, Mrs. Stockton, but I
But
really...
Lenore is speechless with gratitude, Mrs. Stockton. And lest I become the same, may I say how much we look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday?
At 2. Goodbye, Lenore.
Mrs. Stockton,
Come, Lenore, we have badminton with the cellos.
Oh, good, you're here, Susan.
Where would I go? You've had the car.
Mr. Stockton, allow me to present my talented pupil, Lenore Ferb.
Well, with this kind of pupil, I just may switch to teaching music.
don't waste your time.
Lenore is, of course, referring to the somewhat limited financial return in classical instruction.
Well, you can both join us for a toast. To my pretty and vacationing wife. Happy birthday, honey.
Owen, I thought we agreed that buying this house was our birthday present to each other, plus anniversary, plus Christmas.
But this is something very special. For a very special person.
It would seem that we have wandered into a most significant occasion.
It looks like some sort of plans.
You're getting warm, dear. Look at the legend at the bottom.
Planned view of the Stockton swimming pool. Dear, a swimming pool?
Honey, now you can take your dip before breakfast. Just like you did on our honeymoon.
A marvelous romantic concept. A wisp of honeymoon memory embedded in concrete.
Sounds like the Marshview Motel.
Dear, is this what those stakes that surround the garden are for?
Darn. I knew they might spoil the surprise. Well, there's another part of this present that hasn't been spoiled. Here's the contract for the pool's construction. Signed, sealed, and about to be delivered.
Honey, I love your thoughtfulness, but you know very well that I want to keep the garden.
have to dig up trees.
Dear, the garden will have to stay.
We'll see you there on Wednesday. We'll be running along, running
You're
along.
gonna be here on Wednesday, we'll be running along, running along.
We'll see you there on Wednesday. We'll be running along, running along.
We'll be here on Wednesday, we'll be running along, running along.
We'll see you
This
there
is
on
not a
Wednesday. We'll be running
museum
along, running along.
or a sea of mausoleum. I hope this is not a museum or a sea of mausoleum. I can't understand it. Everything was going along so well. And then I get this great idea of how we can swing a swimming pool for your birthday. And bang, you're mad at me. And everything in this house is out of order.
You can say that again.
You're all ganging up on me. Water won't flow except through the roof. Electricity won't heat the toaster, but will melt every fuse I put in the box. The gas stove pilot light never goes out until I turn on a burner. What's happening to all these appliances? Did their warranties suddenly run out?
No, but the local repairman did.
I'll say they ran out. The plumber is touring Italy, the roofer is cruising the Caribbean, and the electrician was last seen on the Great Wall of China.
I think all these problems are trying to tell us something.
That we should have taken the cruise.
No, that we should leave things here as they are until we know a little bit more about what we're doing.
Just let the roof leak and the fuses blow, huh?
Owen, I'm not kidding about this. If you touch that garden, I'll be ready to sell my half of the house.
Sell it? We just moved in.
I don't care. That's how I feel.
Well, it's a little impractical, don't you think?
Impractical?
Susan, who would buy a house in which nothing works?
We have to overcome that.
You worked out an approach to a commercial, I take it.
Oh, we'd have to be creative about it.
I'd say very creative, like lying.
No, we wouldn't have to lie. We'd just have to package it right.
That would be some package.
Make a plus out of a minus.
Out of a multitude of minuses.
I think I've got a handle on it. Wanna buy a house, neighbor? Come, let's make a deal. If you like manual labor, you can get yourself a steal.
There may be one or two things in need of repair. A little dry rot here, a few termites there.
Wanna buy a house, take years to pay. You can move right in today.
Wanna buy a house that's leaning slightly to the east.
Do you love household cleaning? Get ready for a feast.
There's some itsy bitsy crumbling as I recall.
In the foundation and supporting wall.
Wanna buy a house where the price is right? We'll be out of here by tonight. I see your smiling face in your summer place, in a wonderland like Alice's. And in the autumn when we're in the city again, forget your tan, show off your calluses. You'll never think our terms are rigid. You won't sign away your life and limb. You'll never think the lake is frigid, 'cause you'll never get a chance to swim. It's just a place for you if you're the type who gets a kick from soldering a sewer pipe. Wanna buy a house to have and hold, make an offer and it's sold. And what's more, I'm going to show you how you can buy this house and get rich at the same time. First, you take out a large life insurance policy. Then you borrow on the cash value of the policy to make a down payment on a house on the other side of town. Then you go to the bank and you take out a mortgage on a condominium in Florida. Then you lease the condo to pay off the tax liens on an apartment house in Cleveland. Then you put up the rent roll as collateral. Are you following me? For a more detailed explanation, send for my complete strategy of 16 cassette tapes and a handsome carrying case. This is our heaven class, place to rest, not social, as the Bahamas are. When bedtime calls, you're still in coveralls. You forgot
none of its charm since our departure 2 days ago. If anything, it is even brighter with the promise of a new day, of new dreams, of new fields to conquer.
Dimitri, I told you, I'm ready to go back to Marshview.
My love, after one has seen the gates of heaven, one does not return to Old Orchard Beach.
All right, Cleanville Cabins then.
Can't you see that our love was meant to soar, not grovel?
Dimitri, there's still no lock on the door. Nothing has changed.
Ah, but a great deal has changed, my love. You remember our lesson yesterday at the camp?
A whole new experience. It was a lesson.
I was so enamored of your playing that I took the liberty of recording the whole hour.
We're going to listen to yesterday's lesson today.
Yes, we are, my love. And so is Mrs. Stockton.
She's coming in here?
No, she's not coming in here, because she will be hearing the normal sounds of Lenore having her lesson.
I see. And meanwhile, we...
Yes, my love. And meanwhile, we...
I'd rather have a lock on the door.
Lenore, where is your sense of adventure? Where is your willingness to take risks for passion's sake? Where is your pluck?
All three of them are worried about Mrs. Stockton walking in here.
Well, they wouldn't have to be worried if you had been more observant when we entered.
What's to observe?
Didn't you see when we walked in that Mrs. Stockton rushed right back into the kitchen?
So,
My dear girl, didn't you see that the kitchen floor was a sea of dirty water? The trap on the sink drain had obviously just given way.
so...
So we have a very distracted and preoccupied Mrs. Stockton, who will not give us one thought until she has taken care of the mess in the kitchen. And meanwhile, we...
And meanwhile, we...
It sounds so much better when you say it. The drain has burst, and so is my heart with love for you. The floor is flooded, and so is my brain with thoughts of you. I pray you'll not suggest that off we trudge, my dear. We need not budge, my dear, with a trap full of sludge, my dear. The floor is green, and so is the willow letting down its hair. The walls are spattered like scattered dreams that we alone can share. Now all the dreary obstacles to love have been dispersed. Come, let us be immersed. The drain has burst.
And it's spelling out our fate to us.
The floor is flooded.
And that could bring her
he'll prefer not to see you.
With the performance I'm going to give, he will be able to keep his eyes off me. What's this?
Looks like someone's already giving a performance in here.
Jenny, look at that fellow. I believe he's about to make an advance on that girl.
Looks like she's not going to object either.
Jenny, in the front parlor?
They obviously don't know about a front parlor.
That a front parlor is to be used only on Sunday afternoons, after church, and then only with very proper behavior. Jenny, I would not describe this behavior as proper.
You're one to talk about proper behavior.
Maybe it's the music that has drugged their minds into this state of laxness.
Perhaps we can help by turning off this music box.
It's called a tape recorder, Jenny.
I don't like the tune anyway. Take out the cylinder.
It's a cassette.
Put it back on the table, Clifford. It doesn't belong to you.
I suppose you want me to put back the car keys, put back the doorknob, put back the toilet handle?
Yes, I do.
Well, you'll have to catch me first.
When did I ever have to catch you?
Dimitri, I have stopped playing.
Oh, no, you haven't, my love. You've only begun to play.
Dimitri, the tape.
I shall return in a millisecond, my love. Right after I turn the tape over. Lenore? What did you do with the tape?
What did I do with the tape?
Yes, my love. You're the only other person in the room.
I think I can account for my whereabouts since the music stopped. I believe I was sitting here, being mauled by you.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. And most fondly. But if neither one of us could have taken the tape, where did it go?
Dr. Compost, don't you get the feeling that maybe this was not meant to be?
The course of true love, my precious, is entitled to one or two snags.
Well, if you won't go back to Marshview or Cleanfield, we may have hit a third.
My love, are you telling me that you are no longer willing to strive with me in this to fulfill our Bentwood Bacchanal?
I don't ask for much, but a lock on the door is one of them.
Perhaps your rhapsodic playing has led me to overestimate your capacity for romance.
And perhaps my respect for you as a teacher has permitted you to teach me more than I ever wanted to know.
We shall take this up in our next class, Miss Burke.
Professor Compost. I enjoyed hearing me play. You've done wonders with me.
week from Thursday.
So you finished. So come to bed or you'll be grouchy all day tomorrow.
I'll be up. I'm just getting ready for tomorrow, which is going to be a snorkel day no matter what. There she is, clean as a whistle. Lake trout, here we come. Better check the mask.
In here! This guy is tougher than I thought. I need a little production
Production?
to get his attention. You know, like the Chautauqua circuit.
You mean like vaudeville or burlesque? That kind of production. We'll need props.
Have I got props? There. Props and costume. Okay, take it.
What do I take?
Take, introduce me, and make it big.
Presenting for your entertainment pleasure in an evening of unspeakable horrors, his gruesomeness, the king of monster mimicry, fresh from his triumphal tour of Raymond and Self Casco. And here he is, the unbearable Clifford. How about that for a spine-tingling rendition of Jack the Ripper?
Frankenstein.
But it's only the beginning, folks. Only the start of our harrowing trip to our Hall of Horrors. So let's move right on to our second horrendous apparition, Frankenstein!
I just did that.
Sorry. Moving right on to our second horrendous apparition. Now, Count Dracula! Why didn't you bite his neck?
You said no violence.
Yes, but I think this guy's already dead.
You sure you don't mean me?
Well, you better get him on this one. There's only one card left.
Don't you worry about this one. It's got everything.
Okay. And now, for our petrifying, agonizing finale, the unbearable Clifford will make your flesh crawl with his celebrated impression of the Wicked Witch of the West. Clifford, I guess I didn't get enough protection.
No, you didn't. You were no help at all.
Well, then, let's go back up to the attic.
You go back to the attic. I still have one more impression that may just save this show after all.
You don't want me to introduce you?
No. This is my solo spot.
All right. See you in the attic.
Peter! You'll be dead all day tomorrow. It's 3:15.
I'm coming right up, dear. I just have to take off my flippers.
Look at this. An iron without a cord to trip over. Of course, you have to heat it on the stove. And a scale. With weights. I'll bet it's just as accurate now as it was 100 years ago. And a framed homemade valentine. That must have been some Valentine's Day. Why do I feel homesick for those days? I wasn't even born till 70 years later. Why do I have this longing to return to a time I never knew? Oh yes, I'll bet that's it. There must have been a simpler time many years ago, a quieter and calmer time. There had to be, I know,
anything myself.
I hope you don't mind. I mean, they are your things.
Oh, I'm glad somebody else appreciates them. Anyhow, you're just in time for the wake.
Wait, isn't it a little late for that in your case?
Clifford gave a performance last night, and it died.
Oh, I see. Anyone I know in the audience?
None other.
Owen is a hard person to reach.
Well, stark terror doesn't work, I can tell you that.
I told Clifford that Owen might simply choose not to see him.
He chose all right and missed a great performance.
Owen chooses not to see a lot of things, like minorities. He's not prejudiced against them, he just doesn't see them. Has he always been this way? He's not always this way now. A black family moved into our apartment building in the city. Owen got to know them. Now blacks exist.
What you're saying is that he's got to get to know a spirit.
Well, it isn't going to be this spirit. He's had his chance.
Jenny, I think there's a way to do this if you're willing to help out a little.
Willing? I wouldn't miss it.
Here's the wire brush. May I borrow it?
Go right ahead. It's been under the sink before.
I'll have to wait till the time is right. Then I'll be calling on you, Jenny.
Anytime.
See you two later. Cheer up, Clifford. I've bombed out a few times myself with that guy.
Well, you heard her. Cheer up.
All that work, all those preparations.
It's not worth agonizing over.
I was at the top of my form.
I thought you were great, but I'm not the one you were trying to impress.
It just goes to show you, Jenny, that the world is not fair.
When did you first hit on this startling revelation?
Well, I thought that when we came back for 30 years, we'd at least be given a fair shake.
I don't remember the shake we had originally being all that fair.
I mean, Jenny, it makes you feel like...
Like what?
Like, what's the use? There's not a chance for a ghost. You're a second-class citizen at most. You're not one of the group, you're not one of the bunch, or invited out to lunch as a ghost. Discrimination, that's what I said. You're hit with bias just because you're dead. And no one understands why you have such clammy hands. It's your specimen that's diagnosed. And boy, it makes no difference what you do.
You can smile or look and be helpful too.
People go right on looking right through you. There's not a chance.
There's not a chance.
There's not a chance. There's not a chance. For a ghost. For a
There's nothing like a nice, lazy Sunday at home. Did you enjoy the brunch as much as I did?
Yes, dear.
I thought the omelet was kind of special. Made with fresh chopped vegetables from our garden.
Yes, dear.
It feels like early fall to me. The maple has started turning red.
Yes, dear.
I thought this morning there should be another blanket on the bed.
Yes, dear. dear. Dear, I'm trying to evaluate the cost figures for the new pool. Why don't you read the paper? It's in the den, dear.
Read the paper? All right, I'll read the paper. I'll immerse myself in the paper.
Yes, dear.
Dear,
Yes, dear.
look at this. It says that Maine has 3,000 miles of coast.
Yes, dear.
Of all the cities now in Maine, Eastport is the easternmost.
Yes, dear.
26 summer camps, each on a lake, lie within 30 miles of here.
Yes, dear.
Fishing boats bringing in haddock and hake, and look at this, they brew a local beer.
Yes, dear.
Nathaniel Hawthorne, as a boy, lived here years ago. So did Amy White, oh Mary Joy, and Harriet Beecher Stowe.
Yes, dear.
There's so much here to enjoy and be part of, a clean new land we're right in the heart of. If we meddle, it could be the start of something of a fight, dear.
You're absolutely right, dear.
What's our hurry now, my dear? Let's slow down to a crawl.
Right, dear.
For why did we choose to settle here if we just can't wait to change it all?
Dear, how many times do I have to tell you? We are not changing everything. We're simply putting in a few improvements. You are not Susan. Now, would you mind telling me just who you are?
That may take a little time.
Well, then, take your time, by all means.
I'm Jenny.
You're Jenny. That clears up everything. Now, Jenny, who are you, and what are you doing in my house reading my paper?
I think you better ask your wife.
Well, now, I think I'd better just do that. Susan! Susan, could you come in here,
Please?
please?
Oh, and what's the matter?
Susan, who is this woman? Now where'd she go? Susan, a woman was just in here reading the paper talking to me.
Was she wearing granny glasses?
Yes. Who is she?
That's Jenny.
I know her name.
I see you two have gotten acquainted.
I'd like to be acquainted with more than her name.
Well, you remember the spirits I've been talking about in the house?
Stop changing the subject. I want to know about Jenny now.
I'm telling you about Jenny now.
Then why bring up your stupid spirits?
She is not stupid, but she is a spirit.
Oh, come on. Are you trying to tell me?
I'm not trying to tell you anything. I'm telling you. That's what Jenny is.
Susan, why are you keeping this from me?
It's a fact, Owen. She's a spirit.
I'm asking you to tell me what's going on here.
I am telling you.
Susan, are you having some sort of unorthodox relationship with this woman?
I'd say our relationship was very unorthodox.
You, Susan? You?
Rapport can happen in strange places, Owen.
Are you telling me it makes for strange bedfellows?
Could you put that another way, Owen?
Did you have to wait until we bought the house to tell me?
Certainly.
It would have been so much easier with just an apartment to dispose of.
I point out a spirit in the house, and you're disposing of our apartment?
Susan, I wish she were a spirit. You don't know how much I wish she were a spirit. It would be so wonderful if she were a spirit.
She is a spirit, and it is wonderful.
I want to believe you, Susan.
You don't have to believe me. Ask Jenny.
All right, I will. Get her in here.
She's standing right next to you.
That's what you say, Susan.
No, Owen, that's not what I say.
That's what I say.
That wasn't you, was it?
No, it wasn't.
How many summer camps are there in our area?
26.
All right. All right. Jenny, it seems I'm not able to see you.
That's because you prefer not to believe I exist.
But I saw you before.
You thought I was Susan. Prefer to believe she exists.
He better.
You've got one thing wrong here. You have no idea how much I prefer to believe you're a spirit.
Oh, yes. Our unorthodox relationship.
Listen, I feel bad enough about this without you smiling about it, Jenny.
Oh, was I smiling?
You certainly were. I seem to be seeing you smiling, Jenny.
And I seem to have moved up on your list of preferences.
Listen, you two. Why don't I mosey on out into the kitchen and bring back a bottle of something? And we'll fill 3 glasses, and you two can fill me in on all of this.
Good. And you can meet Clifford.
Who's Clifford?
Jenny's husband. He's a spirit, too.
Fine. Fine. Bring the whole family.
No, there's just Clifford.
Oh, Jenny, by the way, sometimes I overreact a bit. That business about you and Susan, there was nothing personal in it.
Nothing personal at all. Yes, dear.
Hello? Is there anyone in casa? We came by to say hasta la vistas.
Do you suppose they've already left?
They most certainly have not left yet.
How do you know?
Powers of observation again, my dear. If you had been more observant when we entered, you would have noticed one piece of luggage over there.
One piece of luggage?
One piece of brown zippered luggage.
How about 2 pieces of brown zippered luggage?
Powers of observation are not easily come by, my dear. It was a single suitcase.
Ha! I'm afraid I got you now, Teach. Take a look. 2 bags.
Two suitcases, my love? You must learn to count when we get back to the city. I see 3.
You said 1.
I was merely referring referring to style. There are 3 suitcases and 1 style.
You didn't mention style.
I implied style. Why else would I say 1 when there are obviously 3 suitcases?
3 is your final figure.
My final, ultimate, and irrefutable figure.
Ta-da!
There, you see? And here you are trying to tell me there are suitcases over there.
Oh, hello. I didn't know you were here.
We came to bid you and yours a fond farewell.
Heading back to the city, huh?
Classes start Wednesday, astringent.
Would you like some scotch and water?
Before we hit the road? Not in this state.
Hi. You look like you're on your way.
We're making an early start.
Can't believe it's Labor Day already. We've had so many emergencies we didn't notice the weeks rushing by.
Well, one thing has come out of this summer, and we'd like you to be the first to know.
Miss Firk and I have decided to extend our teacher-pupil relationship into the treacherous shoals of matrimony.
You're getting married. How about that?
Congratulations. When's the happy day?
It's going to be in December, just before Christmas. And we'd like you to come.
We'd be delighted to come.
That'll give us the whole Christmas holidays for our honeymoon.
Sounds extremely well planned to me.
And with dear, loving, generous friends like you so close to us, we were wondering if we might... I hope I don't sound like I'm imposing when I say this, but we were wondering if we might spend our honeymoon...
Oh, we'd be honored for you to use our place.
Owen, I am not coming up here in December to clean this house.
Oh, we'll do all that ourselves.
Say myself, Lenore. Myself. Try it.
Myself.
Right.
Myself.
No sense starting out with false hopes.
We shall toast the Stocktons from one day until the next.
And please be careful about keeping the doors locked.
You can count on it.
Well, we must be off.
Here's our number in the city.
I'll be needing that. Dimitri says I'm not very good with numbers.
Give me a call. Maybe we can work out a way for Dimitri to see you.
See, Lenore?
In a new light, you know, as Mrs. Dimitri Compost.
I can think of no sight more gratifying to the eye.
Have a good trip.
See you in the city.
Farewell, clean air! Farewell, clean water!
Farewell, clean fill.
Well, here we all are. I've been dreading this moment. It's much harder to say goodbye even than I thought.
There, there. You'll be back Columbus Day weekend.
That's only 6 weeks away. We'll still have Swiss chard and Brussels sprouts fresh from the garden.
It's just not going to be the same going back.
You'll be just fine.
Thanks for your advice on the pool, Clifford.
Clifford is advising you on the pool now?
He says for the same money we'd spend on the pool, we could buy a little piece of lakefront with our own beach just down the road. It's a wicked good idea.
Wicked good?
And Clifford, I especially appreciate appreciate your idea of canceling the security system. You saved me a bundle.
Security system?
Oh. I thought we should have an automatic alarm with the police, in case there were any break-ins during our absence.
And Clifford showed him that we could make enough trouble to discourage an army of intruders.
I tell you, there's nothing like having flesh and blood people looking after your place.
Would you mind putting that another way?
Well, we'll see you Columbus Day weekend.
And you can depend on finding the house just as